Tesla, I love you. I hate you. Why won't you be with me? Today is all about Tesla. Let's check out the video.
Gotta stay till the end. Wait, it gets
Oh,
better. Wait.
oh my
Wait,
God.
it poos
What a
stuff.
shame.
Oh
Look,
no.
it poos stuff.
Is it
Wait.
legal? Is it legal like this?
Wait. There it goes. Here it comes. Here's the poop.
It's humiliating.
Art installation, I think in New York that made NBC News. But we're going to talk about Tesla today.
The Tesla's valued at 1.5 trillion right now. So we're going to check, is the stock, how's it doing? I'll show you a little bit of technical fundamental analysis. And, people think Tesla's going to the moon, it's going to Mars. That's not what the numbers say. Elon Musk has a $1 trillion pay package, right? That's very controversial. The shareholders recently approved it. Mark Burry, the man, from The Big Short, the famous movie, who famously predicted, the housing crisis in 2007-8, saying you should short Tesla, and he thinks it's in a huge bubble. Tesla, what do you guys think about it?
It's a car, mostly white color. I see it a lot on the street. I read the book about Tesla history, how it became so popular, how Elon Musk invested money and said, "Oh yes, I want to make it affordable for everyone." I don't see it right now. It's not affordable for everyone. For current moment, I think Tesla in between of crisis, not because of technology or quality of the car, but because of the owner, especially like a
Mm.
Elon Musk as a brand, and
Mhm.
he said something, and after 3, 2, 1, and woo, Tesla popularity like significantly dropped down, and now Tesla depends on one person.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
interesting. Your first impression is Tesla is a car, but Tesla is not a car. Tesla is a company that is going to execute on a different vision. Yosef, you're going to show us why it's overvalued now based on traditional metrics, which doesn't incorporate the Optimus robot program.
yeah.
The other thing that Tesla was advised everybody that they're going to get into the chip design and manufacturing. And what's interesting about that is they're going to start competing with NVIDIA and all the chip producers. But what's also interesting is they have themselves as their own massive customer. When a chip costs $40,000 for a chip and you're giving it to another company, but you already, and he said, I think 2 weeks ago, producing chips at an incredible clip. They're going to take all those chips and they're going to put it into their own either robots or cars, which not only there's a lessening of expenses, there's a massive uptick in their profitability. There's so many things that Tesla does that has nothing to do with cars. The data that they're
Batteries,
capturing in their cars,
the
batteries.
But
data.
solar batteries, yeah.
So they're going to be one of the largest energy companies on planet Earth. Uh, they already got the data that they're capturing, and all their Teslas are feeding XAI, which is going to meet the powerful AI with their super brain on Earth. The biggest problem, I'm going to say this clear, the biggest problem with Tesla is succession planning. He has not figured out who's going to take over for him. And if you're banking on a stock that has one visionary, you're in problems. And the thing is, Microsoft already went through succession planning with Bill Gates, the Steve Ballmer to, I forgot who the guy is now. Google already went through a succession planning with Sergey Brin, Larry Page to Pichai right now. Amazon has gone through succession planning. Jeff Bezos is on a yacht with his 50-year-old hot girlfriend. He's working
MILF.
out. He's MILF. He's like buffed up.
Stop it.
Elon Musk. Elon Musk hasn't done that, and that's the risk to the stock. It's nothing to do with the actual what it does and what it's going to deliver. It's going to make tons of money. I'm not a
Not,
fanboy, but I,
not,
I think
I,
everybody's underestimating that.
I'm not sure it's going to make tons of money, so let's check it out. It's pricing in huge growth. There's no dividend. You look at the PE ratio, that tells you what the expectation of future growth is. A normal PE ratio would be between 15 and 20. A very high one would be 30 to 40. Tesla's off the scale, 300. You're paying 300 times earnings for the growth. So it's very high priced. There's no dividend, so they're not returning capital. It's a complete growth stock. Market cap of 1.5 trillion. And my question, how much more can Tesla really grow? You have trailing growth rates here, 10 to 20%, but can Tesla sustain this growth? You look at the stock price over time since the pandemic, there was a
Mhm.
crazy run up, and ever since it's been mostly flat.
So you're priced to earnings, but earnings hasn't priced in all these moonshot, which are not going to be moonshot projects, right? When he starts to monetize XAI, he might start to see the revenue line that, OpenAI is finding around Google, if you can split that out. He's not, you're not monetizing his robot fleet that he thinks is going to land probably by next year or the year after. So all those earnings are going to be incorporated here. But the other part about the earnings is that the cost of creating those earnings are probably already being built into its stock. So he's already paid the money for it, but we're just waiting for the revenue. And again, I'm not arguing that it's a great stock to buy. There's others that are probably
Yeah.
better. I would say Google. Google is fully integrated, has everything that Tesla has, but it has a bigger infrastructure.
Alphabet, I think.
Alphabet, sorry. Yeah, Alphabet. So yeah,
It's
so
very
this
risky.
is great
It's
for
very
what it does right now.
volatile. What you said that the costs have been put in and that might return. It's supposed to return. Of course, all this analysis is based on the past, on history, but you are really making a big bet. It's not, do I think Tesla's gonna execute on these plans and be profitable? It's how much am I willing to pay for that profit? And how, is it overpriced or underpriced right now? These are just the models right now that I ran. The ones on the right are short-term models. So the ones to look at are on the right, on the left, look at their free cash flow and EPS. We're assuming they're going to grow 20% a year for 7 years and then grow 12% indefinitely. Those are it's a pretty rosy picture. If you even increase the assumption, you see that the EPS matches the current value. It's at 430 approximately a share. So that means the market is assuming Tesla's going to be growing 25% for the next 7 years. So it's going to
Whoa.
be in 7, 8 years, it's going to be a $5 trillion company or more. And that into the future, it's going to grow 15% indefinitely, whereas the stock market usually grows 10. So these are very, very inflated assumptions. And you see the free cash flow, that's the money that the actual cash that is left over at the end to pay dividends and buy infrastructure and pay for rockets to go to the moon or whatever, is not, even with these rosy assumptions, it's not keeping up. It's not even 200 a share. If you look
Mm.
at the long-term trends, yes, these are different models, but if you look at this model, it looks like it's underpriced. But if you run more complex
Mhm.
models that have a higher R squared, just means they're more representative of the data, it looks like it's overvalued. This is just taking the trend. This is just taking the stock price and trying to model it to a mathematical formula in different
Mhm.
ways. We're drawing a line, a curve that
That's
fits
stats,
the date.
kids. Stats.
That right?
But
Stats. We're just
it
doing
means in
stats.
2026 it will be dropped down. So
Potential.
trend is just
That's what this model shows. And if you look at the next one, it's even more
so.
dramatic. This is a fifth
Mhm.
order polynomial. So you see that it's crashing way back down
It's
to
all because
earth
of numbers.
because of the numbers. Yeah, this is just using the historical data. We can't predict the future,
Mm.
but we can look at the past and make reasonable assumptions that this is probably where it's going based on the numbers. And
So you are
any
not
investor,
recommend to buy Tesla
it's very,
stocks
very
now.
volatile, very risky. So when you have a PE that's that high, that means investors are very optimistic, maybe to the point of being unrealistic. Like, can you really imagine in 5, 6 years Tesla's going to be a $5 to $10 trillion company?
What's Google today, though?
Google is like maybe 2 or 3. The Nvidia was recently 4 trillion.
Four.
That's like
Yeah.
the upper limit, right?
What do the fans think? Like, are we talking about us buying Tesla? Are you talking about this company going bankrupt and then we
No, no,
lose
no.
all of
I'm
this?
not saying they're going to lose all this money. I'm saying as an investor, the share price could go to the moon, could keep going up, and it could become 5, 8, $10 trillion company. But I'm not sure I would bet on that. I could see a realistic future where Tesla's market cap and share price gets cut in half or more. And that's what you don't want. You don't want to invest your capital and then hold shares that go down
Mm.
50, 60%, because then you got to have 100% increase to get back to break even, right? So I'm just saying it's a moonshot. This is a risky stock. A lot of people are holding it in their portfolio thinking it's a sure thing. And I'm saying if he doesn't deliver on revenue, if he doesn't deliver on earnings, like you pointed out, if management doesn't have a succession and transition.
I'm really interested in what our viewers think about Do you invest? Did you invest in Tesla right now? Please leave your comment and share your opinion with us. Thank you.